So welcome back to Ego, the skill provider. Today, I have taken also an interesting topic for you. It's all about how to express a particular situation. Okay, through idioms. You are supposed to express a particular situation because everything is situation based. And once you know a lot of vocabs, this is something called vocabs building up series. Once you know a lot of vocabs, it is easy for you to speak English fluently, confidently, naturally also. Three things you can achieve with a single shot. And what's that? How to speak English using a particular expression, we call it idioms. And all are situation based. Everything is situation based. So there is a situation and you are supposed to know and you're supposed to use it how exactly you are supposed to I mean to say that express that situation. Okay, the first one. So today what the topic you have taken, idioms with get. you know get is a very powerful verb. Get is a very powerful verb, and if you know a lot of idioms, there are a lot of idioms also connected with get. Once you know all the idioms, so let me list it out. There are close to 25 are there, but still for your day-to-day life, I think 15 will do, and it will be sufficient for you. You can speak English using like this. So we are going to learn idioms with get. What are the idioms you can get with get? The first one is called something called get a grip on yourself. Okay, so this is something called get a grip on yourself. So what do you mean by get a grip on yourself? Whenever I say get a grip on yourself, obviously get a grip on yourself. So what do you mean by get a grip on your look? Most of the time you are sometimes emotion is controlling you. What are emotion? Sometimes you are getting angry, taking a particular situation in account. Sometimes you say my mood is off. Why your mood is off? Because there may be certain situation is controlling you. Sometimes you are angry, sometimes you are anxious. Okay, so whenever you say get a grip on yourself, I mean to say that to control your emotion and act more calmly or sensibly. The meaning is that to control your emotion and act calmly and act calmly. Okay, or you can say sensibly. So most of the time what happens, sometimes we are doing a lot of things by anger, by frustration. Sometimes a lot of emotion issues are there. So whenever you say get a grip on yourself, that means you need to control your emotions and act calmly, because situation demands like that most of the time. Suppose suppose I'm a student and today I'm going to exam. So what my teachers advise to me, my teacher will tell, look, always control your emotion. Don't blow your mind, or be upset with don't be upset or don't get angry or don't be nervous whenever you're trying to see the question paper and you're unable to answer it. Just calm down, just go through that. Like that you give a lot of examples like this, and that is something called get a grip on yourself. Suppose I lost my dear and near ones. Sometimes I'm uncontrollable. That happens to everybody. So that time my friend will come, just a grip on yourself. You have to look for yourself, right? So there are a lot of situations are there. Suppose I have a fight with, like Surya Kansar. Surya Kansar is my neighbor, and we have a very, heavy fight with him. So that time another friend will come. just a grip on yourself. That means control your emotions. What are emotions? Anger, frustration, all things. Okay. Sometimes you say like in sad, all the things. That means you control your mood. That is called emotions. Okay. To control your emotions and act calmly. ମାନେ ମୁଁ ଗୋଟେ ସିଚୁଏସନ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ କ୍ରିଏଟ କରୁଛି ଯୋଉ ସମୟରେ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ଲାଇଫରେ ଅନେକ ଜିନିଷ ଅଛି ଆପଣ ରାଗି କିଛି କହି ଦଉଛନ୍ତି ଆପଣ ଦୁଃଖରେ ମଧ୍ୟ କିଛି କହୁଛନ୍ତି sometimes you are completely you know emotion is taking over you most of the time ଆପଣ ବହୁତ ଖୁସିରେ କିଛି କରିଦିଅନ୍ତି ତ ସେଇ ସମୟରେ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଜଣେ କହିବ ଦେଖ emotion doesn't have any place when you are trying to take a decision you have to act means sensibly you have to do something so that time you can say get a grip on yourself so that is something you can give as an advice to anybody. Okay. So suppose like I did not attempt 5 questions. I could not. You can say I'm a student. I'm appearing for an exam. Jude panchita answer mu dei parleni. So sometimes you are sometimes you are very upset. If somebody is going to ask me what happened, sir, I'm sorry, or I could not. Then what will tell? Just get a grip on yourself. Leave it. So there is another exam tomorrow also. You are supposed to, act there calmly, sensibly. Whatever has gone, has gone. It is not going to return. Like that, you have given a lot of advices. So that is something called get a grip on yourself. So that is something called, that is an idioms with get. Get a grip on yourself. And the second thing is that's quite interesting. Okay. Something called get lost. Do you know that get lost? Get lost is a word most of the time you are using. Get lost. So what do you mean by get lost? Do you know the meaning? Today I'm going to tell you. It can be used in two different ways. Get lost can be used in two different ways. One as a positive way and other as a negative way. So it has two meanings. Get lost. So whenever you are using get lost, it is actually it's an idiom actually. Get lost in an idiom. And this idiom can be used in two different situations. One is a very positive situation, other is called a negative situation. Please try to find out, let's try to find out what is the positive situation. Positive situation is that suppose you are roaming in a city, the city is new to you. ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ ଧରନ୍ତୁ ମୁଁ ମୁମ୍ବାଇ ଯାଇଛି, let me create a situation for you. ମୁଁ ମୁମ୍ବାଇ ଯାଇଛି, for the first time I am in Mumbai right now. But ଅନେକ ଗୁଡ଼ିଏ ଜିନିଷ ମୁଁ ଜାଣିପାରୁନି, I am not a tech savvy guy so that I can use Google Map and other things in my mobile phone. So unfortunately ମୁଁ Google Map ଜାଣିନି use କରିବା. So sometimes ମୁଁ ଗୋଟେ ଜାଗାରେ ରହିଯାଇଛି and ମୋ friend suppose ସୂର୍ଯ୍ୟକାନ୍ତ sir is somewhere else. ତ ମୋ ସାଙ୍ଗକୁ ଫୋନ କରି କ'ଣ କହିବି? ମୁଁ ମାନେ ରାସ୍ତା ପାଉନି. ଆପଣ ଏମିତି କହୁଛନ୍ତି ମୁଁ ରାସ୍ତା ଜାଣିପାରୁନି କୋଉଠି ଅଛି, ଏମିତି ଗୋଟେ ଲେଖା ହେଇଛି, like that you say a lot of things. That means ଆପଣ ରାସ୍ତାଟା ଦେଖିପାରନ୍ତିନି. Sometimes ଆପଣ ଯୋଉ ଆଡ୍ରେସ ମିଳିଥାଏ ଆପଣ ଏମିତି ଗୋଟେ ଜାଗାକୁ ପଳେଇ ଯାଆନ୍ତି ଆପଣ ଜାଣିପାରନ୍ତିନି କୋଉଠି ଅଛି. So that is something called I got lost or I'm getting lost. I'm sorry, I'm getting lost. That means you are unable to locate where exactly you are. That happens. Sometimes a small kid, suppose you are those who are basically from rural background, ଯାତ୍ରା ଯାନି ଯାତ୍ରା ଆପଣଙ୍କ ଏରିଆରେ ହଉଥିବ, ଛୋଟ ଛୋଟ ପିଲା ହଜି ଯାଆନ୍ତି, ତାମାନେ they get lost. Actually they get lost because they don't know where exactly. They are completely separated from their parents. The same thing happens to you, my friends, whenever you are trying to visit a new city. Sometimes it happens ଆପଣ କୋଉ ରାସ୍ତାରେ ଯାଉଥିବେ, okay, sometimes you are going in a different way. Suppose there is a bypass road and there is another road also. So instead of taking the right path you went in the wrong way. ତାପରେ କ'ଣ ହବ? ଆପଣ କିଛି ରାସ୍ତା ଗଲା ପରେ ଆପଣ ସାଙ୍ଗକୁ ଫୋନ କରନ୍ତି, I'm sorry ମୁଁ ଏମିତି ଗୋଟେ ରାସ୍ତା ଜାଣିପାରୁନି କୋଉଠି ରହିଗଲି. So that is something called get lost. That is a positive way. So what is the meaning? The meaning is that you are telling that sometimes you are looking the right way and you don't know where exactly you are. That means you don't know where you are. You don't know where you are. What do you mean by that? Apan kote achhanti apan jani parunahanti. You can say like I got lost or I'm getting lost, like that. So whenever you are unable to find out exactly, you don't know, or you are unable to find out where exactly you are, right? So this is the positive way. You can take an example. Suppose you can say, I got lost yesterday and called my friend for help. Called of my friend for help. So that is something called get lost. That is the positive meaning. Okay. Most of the time it happens to you, my friends. Upon the situation, whenever you are trying to go in a different way, you don't know where exactly. Suppose upon jo mane Delhi jai nahanti. Suppose I don't know where I have never been to Delhi. The first time I'm going to Delhi. So I am in a mu Charminar ki pode jaga ko mu jauchi. I don't know exactly where it is. Sometimes I say, my God, where I am? Unless until
Sir,
you,
can I say?
sorry.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Can I say?
Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Please.
Can I say I was studying in evening for test exam? My friend disturbed me awfully. I say got lost from here.
Look. Just let me tell you, I am using the positive word. I never come to the negative word. Let me come. Whenever you say get lost, that means get lost. You are not supposed to use you. You cannot use you get lost. You have to say get lost. That is the negative meaning. This is the positive meaning. Let me come to the negative meaning. What is the negative meaning? So whenever you are annoyed with somebody and you don't want his presence and you want him to leave the place, then you can say get lost. You don't want or need somebody, you want him to leave that place, you want him to leave the place. Okay, and remember, get lost is always used when negative meaning, it is always used in the imperative sentence. That means you are not supposed, you are telling, out. Are you telling you get out? No, you say get out. Stand off. Those who are teachers, they are telling the students, stand off, sit down, go there. So that is called command. So this is a kind of command, get lost. That means you want to, suppose somebody is telling me get lost. That is a negative meaning. It has a positive meaning also. I already informed you. The negative meaning is that you don't want somebody with you and you want him to leave the place. Simple as it is. Prakash sir, now this is clear. You can say get lost. Now this is clear.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So don't use before you because it is an imperative sentence. It is just like a command for other things. Upon ଯେତେବେଳେ ବ୍ୟବହାର କରୁଛନ୍ତି, you are supposed to know that you are not supposed to use you get lost. No, only get lost because you know that a lot of situations are there in your life where exactly what exactly you do. You don't need you say get out. Whenever you say get out, do you say you get out? No. Sit down, stand off, go there, come here, all the things. That is something called imperative sentence. And each and every imperative sentence starts with a verb. So get is a verb. You are not supposed your friend is making, some kind of, sounds there and you are seriously getting distracted. Then you can say get lost. That's all. You are supposed to say get lost. You are not supposed to say you get lost. No, it is something called get lost. Now this is clear to everybody. Okay, this is clear. Yes or no?
Sir,
Yeah.
You want him to clear the place, na clear the place.
You want him to leave the place. Leave.
Leave the place. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want him to leave the place.
Okay. Thank you.
You want him to leave the place because that guy doesn't. Suppose I'm your friend and I'm making a lot of noise here. And seriously, you're studying and you have an exam tomorrow. So what do you have to do? Get lost. That means you want to tell me that I don't need your presence here. You can go from here. Leave this place. So you are telling the same things. This is something you don't want me. You don't want me right now. You are supposed to, you want him to leave the place. That's all. Now this is clear to everybody?
Yes, sir.
Clear? Yes or no? Okay. Ashok sir, it's clear to you or any problem? That's what. This is something called, suppose I am disturbing. Look, this is sir spoken English. Suppose I am disturbing you. You are studying right now. You are studying right now. And somewhat I am your friend. So what I am trying to disturb you? Then you will tell, get lost. And you want, that means तार अर्थ कौन होला? तार अर्थ होला I don't want you. You can leave this place. और मु चाहूची अपन जगह छाड़ी पळै जानतु. So that is called get lost. This is just like get out. Upon get out coach. Whenever you are getting angry with somebody and you don't want his presence, so you can say get out. That means you don't want him. Exactly. Get lost is somebody is trying to disturbing you and you are completely irritated on him. So that's why in that particular situation you can say get lost. That's all. Get lost. Get lost. That means you leave this place. I don't need your presence. So instead of telling two sentences, I don't need you, you please go away from my side, like all the things, just use a single word called get lost. That's all. And get lost, get a grip on yourself. That is something called control your emotions and act calmly. Sometimes I did not do well in the exam. So I'm crying right now. And you are my brother. What will tell? What happens? Okay, I understand. Get a grip on yourself. Get a grip on yourself. Don't be completely, please control your emotions because you are upset, you are not happy with yourself. So control your emotions and act calmly. So these are two things you can use it in a particular. देखो ମୁଁ କଣ କହିଛି ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ, ଆପଣ particular situation ଆପଣଙ୍କ life ରେ ଆସୁଛି. The so many situation comes like this and you can use straight away without any translation. ଏଠି translation କରିବାର ନାହିଁ. So ଏଠି କିଛି translation କରିବା କିଛି ଦରକାର ନାହିଁ. Just use this word. Get a grip on yourself. I understand your problem. It happens in the life. Failure and success are part of life. Get a grip on yourself. Get a grip on yourself. That means control your emotion and act sensibly. Act calmly. Everything will fall in line. Right? This is how we're supposed to say. And this is the things I have already given you. Take a screenshot. Okay. Next one. Number 3. Number 3 is called get stuck in. And this is also a form of advice. That's a pretty important in American English. Look, most of the phrases and idioms that I'm going to tell you or I'm telling every day or I have been telling you, mostly on spoken English. Okay, you can use it. Because if you know all these things, it is easy for you to speak English very, just like a native speaker. And this is completely an American English. Get stuck in. So what do you mean by get stuck in? This is complete things. Get stuck in means to start doing something enthusiastically. What do you mean by enthusiastically? Lot of passion, passionately. Zeal, passion. That is called enthusiasm or enthusiastically. This is an adverb. Okay. So to start doing something enthusiastically. Get stuck in. Suppose right now I have given a lot of formulas, or I can give a lot of tips how exactly you can speak English. Once I tell like this, then I say, guys, it's time to get stuck in. That means start working very enthusiastically. It's a time for you to start doing something enthusiastical. Start studying, something like that. So whether whatever the profession you are, in the morning meeting, I have seen in the corporate sector, like basically IT, marketing job, they are always a morning meeting. There may be those who are into this profession, basically IT field, software commonly, and BPO, and something called marketing field, and all banking sector, insurance. There is a morning huddles. All the managers, general managers, the employees will be sitting and trying to, trying out to chart out the strategy for the day. What should be the start figure? What exactly you are going to do? So once the meeting is over, how the sometimes the coach, or you can say the manager, used to encourage the employees, guys, get stuck in, start doing something enthusiastically. So whatever you do it calmly, relaxedly, with a lot of passion, zeal, and everything. So this is a phrase that is just like an advice. You can use everywhere. And basically, those who are trying to join in the IT sector, marketing sector, if you are into a webinar, basically people from calling from other, places, and you are trying to have a discussion. Then at the last point, it is called, guys, best of luck, get stuck in. Get stuck in ମାନେ ଗୋଟେ କାମଟେ ଆପଣ ଆଗ୍ରହ ସହିତ କରନ୍ତୁ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ, start working. ଯେମିତି ମୁଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ କହିବି, guys, I'm sure I have given a lot of things for last 3 months. I'm giving you, so it's time for you to get stuck in. To get stuck in means you have to start working to improve your communication skill. That's all. It is when it comes to spoken English. Suppose you are in the marketing job, you are a sales professional, and you are selling some eureka puffs, or anything like that. Then I can say, guys, get stuck in. That means start selling product enthusiastically. Suppose you are into customer service, then you have to serve the customer enthusiastically with a lot of passion, zeal, okay, with a relaxed mindset. So that is something called get stuck in. So it is always used just like just like an imperative sentence. Get stuck in, guys, get stuck in. So believe me, these are all called American expression, and you can frequently find in spoken English only. You don't find in written communication. So that's why you guys are struggling a lot to get actual words. ଆପଣ ମତେ ସମସ୍ତେ କୁହନ୍ତି, sir, actually ଆମେ କିଛି ଗୋଟେ word ପାଉନୁ. Word ପାଇବା ଦରକାର ନାହିଁ, sir. Remember these phrases, remember these idioms, and start using. Upon Jahapun, suppose you are a manager in a company, then you can say, guys, I think it is 25 of this month. Right now, only 5 days left. So you have to work something. Get stuck in. ତାମାନେ ଆଜିଠାରୁ ଆପଣ ପରେ passionately, with zeal, with a lot of something called passion, ଆପଣ କାମ କରନ୍ତୁ, so that you can achieve the target. So that happens everywhere. So that is something called get stuck in. That means start working something, doing enthusiastically with a lot of passion. Okay. The fourth one, okay, get a life. Look, what do you mean get life? Just like getting a life? No, it's not like that. Get a life, you can say, I get a new life. That is something different. I get a new life. Before that, there should be a subject. Suppose you say, my brother got a new life. That is something different. But I'm telling, this is the expression, get a life. Guys, get a life. What do you mean by that? ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ, ମୁଁ ସିଚୁଏସନ ଦଉଛି. ଆପଣ ଏବେ ଯୋଉ କାମ କରୁଛନ୍ତି, ମତେ ଲାଗୁଛି ଏଇଟା ହଉଛି କମ୍ପ୍ଲିଟଲି ବୋରିଂ କାମ. ଫର ଏକ୍ସାମ୍ପଲ, ଧରନ୍ତୁ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ଭିତରୁ ଏକ୍ସ ଲୋକ ଯୋଉ ଜବ୍ କରିଛନ୍ତି, ଆପଣଙ୍କ ଟ୍ୟାଲେଣ୍ଟ ଅନୁସାରେ ଆପଣ କାମ କରୁନାହାନ୍ତି. ଆପଣ ଯୋଉ କାମ କରୁଛନ୍ତି ମତେ ଠିକ ଠାକ ଲାଗୁନି, ବିକଜ ଆଇ ଏମ୍ ୟୋର ବ୍ରଦର. ସୋ ମୁଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ କହିବି ଯେ ସେଇ ଜବ୍ ଟା ଛାଡ଼ିଦେ. ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ନୂଆ ଜବ୍ କର, କାରଣ ତମର ଯୋଗ୍ୟତା ଅନୁସାରେ ଯୋଉ ଜବ୍ ଟା ତମେ କରିଛ ସେଟା ସୁଇଟେବଲ ନୁହଁ. So if I say like this, I can say, guys, just leave that job, get a life, get a life. So what do you mean by get a life? That means start doing something that is absolutely new and suitable for your position and qualification. So that is called get a life, not I get a life. ପୂର୍ବରୁ କିଛି ଲାଗିବନି. That's very important. ଯଦି ଆପଣ କହିବେ sir you get a life, that is entirely different meaning. I get a new life. Suppose ମୋର ଗୋଟେ accident ହେଇଥିଲା, after that I'm sorry, like I met an accident and it was so severe, but by God grace I get a new life. So that is something called, before that you are supposed to add something called a subject, কিন্তু without subject ରେ ଆପଣ ବ୍ୟବହାର କରୁନା. This is a expression, just like get stuck in. ଆପଣ ଯଦି କହିବେ I get stuck in, it has a different meaning. So we are not using like this. ଆପଣ ବୁଝନ୍ତୁ, it is not a verb, you can use it with a subject. It is an idiom, it is an expression, complete expression. This is an expression. You don't require to add anything with it. You can start using, guys, get stuck in, over. Get a life. So what do you mean get a life? So ଆପଣ ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ ଗୋଟେ ପିଲାଟେ ପାଠ ପଢୁଛି, ସେ unnecessarily ଗୋଟେ କଣ ନା ମାନେ କିଛି ଗୋଟେ ନୂଆ ଜିନିଷ କରୁଛି, କଏନ ଫଏନ ସଂଗ୍ରହ କରୁଛି. ଆପଣ ଦେଖୁଛନ୍ତି କଏନ ସଂଗ୍ରହରେ କିଛି ତାର ଫାଇଦା ହବନି, ତାକୁ ଆପଣ ଏନକରେଜ କରୁଛନ୍ତି better you do drawing or go for any other extracurricular activities. Then you can say just leave that old things. I think you don't have a future. Get a life. So get a life, that means change your passion that is going to suitable for your. ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ ଏ ଯୋଉ ଜିନିଷଟା ମୁଁ ଦଉଛି ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଦବାର ଉଦ୍ଦେଶ୍ୟ କଣ? Because you want to speak English. ଏ ଯୋଉ ଜିନିଷଟା ଆପଣ କହିବେ, ଆପଣ ଇଂଲିଶ କହିବେ ନା, ସିଚୁଏସନ ଦେଖିକି ଇଂଲିଶ କହିବେ. That is more important. ଧରନ୍ତୁ ଆପଣ ଭାବନ୍ତୁ ଆପଣ ମତେ ଷ୍ଟଡି କଲେ, I have completed MBA, I have completed a lot of things. ଯୋଉ ଅନୁସାରେ ମୁଁ ଯୋଉ ଜବ୍ ଟା କରୁଛି ସେଟା ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ସୁଇଟେବଲ ଲାଗୁନି, ଆପଣ ଠିକ ଭାବୁନାହାନ୍ତି, because you are my brother or you are my well wisher or you are my friend or you are my relative. ତ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ସେଟା ଭଲ ଲାଗୁନି, ତ ଆପଣ ମତେ ଡାକି କଣ କହିବେ? ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ you have a very good qualification, ମୁଁ ଭାବୁଛି ଆପଣ ଯୋଉ କାମ କରୁଛନ୍ତି ସେଟା ଠିକ ନୁହେଁ, ତ ଆପଣଙ୍କର ଏନର୍ଜି ଆଉ ଯୋଉ ଜିନିଷଟା ଆପଣଙ୍କ ପାଖରେ ଅଛି ଟ୍ୟାଲେଣ୍ଟଟା, ସେଟା ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ଜବ୍ କଲେ ଆପଣ ଭଲ. ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ କେତେ ବଢିଆ, ଏତେ ଗୁଡାଏ ଓଡିଆ ଆପଣ ତାକୁ ଇଂଲିଶରେ ଟ୍ରାନ୍ସଲେସନ କରି କହିବେ, ରାଇଟ୍? No, no need of translation. The moment you say get a life, that means start changing something that is going to utilize your energy and resources for a better cause. So that is the things get a life. So if you want to tell me what exactly I want to get a life, I mean to say that you are telling them to find something more interesting. Okay, you are telling them, you are telling somebody, you are telling somebody, okay, to find something more interesting. To find something more interesting, to invest your time and energy. So this is something you are telling somebody. Suppose you are telling get a life, that means you are telling me to find something more interesting. ଆପଣ ଯୋଉ କାମ କରୁଛନ୍ତି ଏଟା କାଇଁ ଠିକ ଠାକ ମତେ ଲାଗୁନି, ଆପଣ କହୁନାହାନ୍ତି? Obviously this kind of situation comes in your life. You say the kind of work you are doing, it is not suitable as per your qualification. Your qualification is not disproportionate. You have a very high qualification and you are applying for a peon post. I don't think it is the right thing. Like that you use a blah 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 lot of things. But that is not spoken English. You should be very accurate in your spoken English. Then how can you say, guys, you have a good qualification, right? I think stop doing this work. Get a life. Get a life. That means start doing something more interesting so that you can invest your time and energy. That is going to give you more energy, more passion, more money, more power. A lot of, I mean, only positive things are going to happen. କିନ୍ତୁ ଆପଣ ଏବେ ଯୋଉ ଜବରେ ଅଛନ୍ତି, that is sluggish in character, ତାର growth ନାହିଁ, nothing is there, and you are toiling hard, but the output is completely zero for you. But ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆପଣ ନିଜ passion ଅନୁସାରେ investment କରିବେ ଆପଣ time and energy, I am sure will be somewhere else. So that is something called get a life. Now this is clear to everybody? Yes or no? Clear? Are you getting my point or any problem? Everybody? Hello? Suryakant sir, Ashok sir, everybody? Manini ma'am?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Muktikant sir, are you getting my point? Okay.
Sir,
Ask me.
get life means sir ମୁଁ ଗୋଟେ ଆପଣ ଯୋଉ ଦେଲେ ମୁଁ ଗୋଟେ ପାଠ ପଢିବା ପାଇଁ ଚାହୁଁଛି ମୋ ସେଥିରେ ମନ ଲାଗୁନି ଆଉ ଆପଣ ସେଟା ଏନକରେଜ କରୁଛନ୍ତି ଯେ ତୁ ଏଇ ଜିନିଷଟା କର ନା ଏଇଟା କରେ get life ଗୋଟେ
Absolutely.
ଲାଇଫଟା ଗଠନ
That exactly. So I want
Yes,
to
sir.
say, look, you have a very better future. So leave this job, get a life. So get a life ମାନେ ତୋର ଆଗକୁ ଭବିଷ୍ୟତ ଅଛି ଏଇ କାମ କରିବାରେ, ତ ସେଇ କାମ କରନି। That's what I want to tell you. Clear? It's clear. The fourth one, fourth or the fifth one, sixth one perhaps. The sixth one. This is sixth or fourth one? Fifth one.
Fifth, sir.
Okay. Okay. The next one is called absolute interesting, and you know that you can get it also. Something called get a bang out of something. Get a bang out of something. So out of something means any activities. Okay. Something means any activities. So get a bang out of something. So whenever I say
Sir, bang. Sir,
bang,
bang.
B-
B-A-N-G.
yes, B-A-N-G, B-A-N-G, sir, B-A-N-G, bang. Get a bang out of something. Okay. So what do you mean by get a bang out of something? Okay. That means you want to say enjoy something greatly. Suppose you can say, example, I got a bang out of picnic. I got a bang out of picnic yesterday. Okay. I got a bang out of picnic yesterday. I got a bang out of acting. Like that. Lot of things. Or you can say, I'm getting a bang out of this melody show. That means you are enjoying it. Right? So ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ମନରେ ବହୁତ ଗୁଡା କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚିନ୍ ଆସିବ ସାର୍, ଏନ୍ଜୟ ସମଥିଙ୍ଗ ଗ୍ରେଟଲି, ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ ୱି ନୋ। ଆମେ ଏଇ ଜିନିଷଟା କାହିଁ ଜାଣିବୁ? ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ ଇଜ କଲ୍ଡ ପ୍ୟୁର ଇଂଲିଶ। ୟୁ ଆର୍ ଟ୍ରାଇଙ୍ଗ ଟୁ ଗିଭ୍ ଏ ଫ୍ଲେଭର ଟୁ ୟୋର ସ୍ପୋକନ ଇଂଲିଶ। ମୁଁ ବାରମ୍ବାର କହୁଛି ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଯେ ଆପଣ ଯୋଉ ଇଂଲିଶ କହୁଛନ୍ତି ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ ଇଜ ସମୱାଟ ୟୁ ଆର୍ ଟ୍ରାଇଙ୍ଗ ଟୁ ମ୍ୟାନେଜ ୟୋର ସେଲ୍ଫ, ଦେयर ଇଜ नो ଇସ୍ୟୁ ଆଟ୍ ଅଲ୍। But the moment you are trying to use like this, get a bang out of something. Out of something means out of picnic, out of joining. Suppose ଆପଣ କହିବେ ଏଇ ଯୋଉ joining ଟା ମୁଁ ବହୁତ enjoy କରୁଛି, you can say, if I say how is the party going on, you can say I am getting a bang out of this party, I am getting a bang out of this picnic, like that. So whether it can be used in the present tense, past tense, and future also. If you say I am going to get a bang out of picnic, or anything, any activities you have planned and you are planning to enjoy that. Then you can say, suppose what a friend or birthday celebration upon both enjoy kale, you can say, I got a bang out of that birthday celebration of my friends. So anything and everything जोटा कि अपन को enjoy देपर, enjoy something greatly, that is called get a bang out of something. Okay, so that is something called very interesting. And the sixth one, that is something called get flack. FLAK, flack, get flack. Okay, that's a very common used word in today's day. But I don't know whether you know or don't know. Get flack. Get flack. You know, upon the ଗୋଟେ ନ୍ୟୁଜ୍ ଚ୍ୟାନେଲ ଓଡ଼ିଆ ନ୍ୟୁଜ୍ ସରି ଇଂଲିଶ ନ୍ୟୁଜ୍ ଚ୍ୟାନେଲ ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ ଇଣ୍ଡିଆର. It may be NDTV Profit, NDTV normal 24/7, or Times Now, or Republic TV, anything. You can find these words very frequently. Get flack. I'm getting flack. I got flack. So what do you mean get or got flack? That is something called receive criticism. Criticism, you are trying to get flack means receive criticism. Sometimes what happens, you have done something, that's why people are criticizing you. It may be maybe your nature, maybe your character. You can say, like, my friend is always getting flack or always gets flack for his bad behavior. My friend always gets flack for his bad behavior. Okay, so suppose the government, you can say the government who is in power, suppose they have initiated a policy and the opposition is trying to criticize, then you can say the government got flack for their policy from the opposition party. Suppose my neighbor always get flack from me because of his, something called, bad behavior, like anything and everything. Get flack means receive criticism. That means my friend always gets flack for his bad behavior. You will get flack if you are not going to change your behavior, like that. So a lot of things you can use like this. Now this is clear to everybody? Yes or no? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Once more.
ସେଟା ଅପଦସ୍ତ କୁହାଇପାରିବ ନା ନାଇଁ?
ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ ଆମେ ତାକୁ ତ ପ୍ରକୃତ ଓଡ଼ିଆର ଇଂଲିଶ ମୁଁ କହିବିନି ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ, ମୁଁ ଏତିକି କହିବି ଯେ ରିସିଭ୍ କ୍ରିଟିସିଜମ୍, ଆପଣ କ୍ରିଟିସିଜମ୍ ମିଳୁଛି ସେଥିରୁ। ଅପଦସ୍ତ ହବା ତ ସେଇଟା ନୁହଁ। ଆପଣ ଅପଦସ୍ତ, ମୁଁ ଆଜି ବହୁତ ଅପଦସ୍ତ ହେଲି, ଅପଦସ୍ତ ହେଲେ ମାନେ କଣ, ଆପଣ ଜଣେ କ୍ରିଟିସାଇଜ କଲା କି ନାଇଁ, ଆପଣ ଅସୁବିଧାର ସମ୍ମୁଖୀନ ହେଇଥିଲେ, ତାକୁ ଆମେ କହୁଛୁ ଅପଦସ୍ତ ହବା। ଲାଇକ୍ ଆପଣ ଗୋଟେ ଜାଗାକୁ ଯାଉଛନ୍ତି, ସେ ବସ୍ ମିଳିଲାନି, ବା ଆପଣ ଆସିଲା ବେଳେ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ସ୍କୁଟି ଖରାପ ହେଇଗଲା, ତ ଆପଣଙ୍କର ଗୋଟେ ଯୋଉ ହୋଟେଲ ଯିବା ପାଇଁ ଖାଇବା ସରି ଯାଇଥିଲା, ବା ଏମିତି ଲଟ୍ ଅଫ ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ୍ସ ହାପେନ୍ସ, ସେଇଟା ଆପଣ କୁହନ୍ତୁ ଅପଦସ୍ତ ହବା ନା, ମୁଁ ଆଜି ବହୁତ ଅପଦସ୍ତ ହେଲି, ବା ଆପଣଙ୍କ ଦ୍ଵାରା ଅପଦସ୍ତ ମତେ କରାଗଲା, ଲାଇକ୍ ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍। So I don't think like this is the get flack means you receive when somebody criticizing you, ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଜଣେ criticize କରୁଛି, and that is called get flack, when receive criticism. My friends always gets flack for his bad behavior. If you don't change your behavior, obviously you are going to get flack, like that. Okay, now this is clear. The seventh one. Okay, and this is also you know very well, something called get it. Okay, get it means understand. Okay, understand something. So where is a get it, Are you getting it? Guys, are you getting it? Means do you understand? So like that. Getting it. Do you get it? Are you getting me? All the things. So get it means to understand something. Whenever you say get it, that's also an idiom with it, with get. ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ ଏଇଟା ଗୋଟେ ଇଡିୟମ ଆପଣ କୋଉଠି ବ୍ୟବହାର କରୁଛନ୍ତି ଆପଣ ଏଇଟା ବୁଝିପାରିଲେ କି ନାହିଁ yes sir I got it I got it are you getting my point yes sir I'm getting you so like that whether it is getting you all the things basically ଆମେ it ସହିତ ବ୍ୟବହାର କରିଛେ କଣ ପାଇଁ because to give a these things or you can use it in a different way also are you getting my point do you get it are you getting it did you get that yes I got that like that so I got it so get it means understand something clear this is clear to everybody yes or no it's clear or any problem ask me everybody Suryakant sir
Yes, sir.
Ashok
Yes.
sir clear
Clear.
okay
Sir.
okay please take a screenshot quick because a lot of things are supposed to be given to you the next one is very interesting look this is also used very you can use it this is number 8 get real ଆପଣ ଜାଣିଛନ୍ତି ଏଟା କୋଉଠି ବ୍ୟବହାର କରେ get real ଆପଣ ଦେଖୁଥିବେ it happens to me also I don't know whether you are getting or not ଆପଣ ଦେଖୁଥିବେ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ କେବିସି ରୁ ଗୋଟେ ମେସେଜ ଆସୁଥିବ ଯେ ଆପଣ ଏତିକି ଟଙ୍କା ଜିତିଲେ ଏ କୋଡ ଟା ଦେଇଛି ସେ କୋଡ ରେ ଆପଣ କଣ୍ଟାକ୍ଟ କରନ୍ତୁ ତ ଆପଣ ମତେ ପଚାରିଲେ ତ ଆପଣ କଣ କହୁଛନ୍ତି ଏଟା ଫେକ୍ ଜିନିଷଟେ ତମେ ତ ଲଟେରୀ ଦେଇନ ଲଟେରୀ ଆସିଲା କେମିତି you are trying to explain that person ଯଦି ସେ ଲିଟରେଟ ହେଇନଥିବ ଯଦି ତା ମାଇଣ୍ଡ ରେ ଏତେ ନଥିବ ଆପଣ କଣ ଏମିତି ଫସିଯିବୁ ସେମିତି ହବାର ନାହିଁ କାହିଁକି ନା ଅଲରେଡି ଆପଣ ତାକୁ କହିବା ପାଇଁ ଚାହୁଁଛନ୍ତି ଆଜି ପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ କେ ଗୋଟେ ଇଣ୍ଡିଆରେ ଆଉଟ ଅଫ ନଥିଙ୍ଗ କେ ଲଟେରୀ ପାଇନାହାନ୍ତି ମୁଁ ତ ଲଟେରୀ କିଣିନି ମତେ ଲଟେରୀ ମିଳିଲା କେମିତି ଲାଇକ ଦ୍ୟାଟ ତ ସେଇ ସମୟରେ ଆପଣ କଣ କରନ୍ତି ଆପଣ ସେମିତି get real means try to be authentic okay get real means you want to say that start acting realistically this is something called get real ଆପଣ ଯେତେବେଳେ କହୁଛନ୍ତି get real what do you mean by that get real means start acting realistically ତାମାନେ ଆପଣ ମୁଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ କହିବି be real be real be real ସେଇଟା ନୁହେଁ that is called get real most of the time ଆମେ ଇଣ୍ଡିଆନ ମାନେ be real ମାନେ ଆମେ ଯୋଉଟା ରିଅଲ ମାନେ କଣ ଲାଇକ नो ସମଟାଇମ୍ସ ଆମେ ତାଙ୍କୁ କହିବା ପାଇଁ ଚାହୁଁଛେ ଗୋଟେ ଅରିଜିନ ମେଣ୍ଟେନ କର ରିଅଲ କଥା କୁହ ଲାଇକ नो that is called get real ଧରନ୍ତୁ ମୁଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଗୋଟେ ଷ୍ଟୋରି କହିଲି ଆପଣ ସେଇଟା ଠିକ ଲାଗିଲାନି ସପୋଜ ଆଇ ଏମ୍ ବସ୍ ଆପଣ ମତେ ଏମିତି ଗୋଟେ କଥା କହିଲେ ମତେ ହସ ଲାଗିଲା ମୁଁ ଜାଣିଲି ଆପଣ ୟୁ ଆର୍ ଚିଟିଂ ମି or you are trying to fool me so I can say guys be real yaar not be real you can say get real that's the actual word get real ତାମାନେ ଯାହା କହୁଛ ଟିକେ ରିଅଲିଷ୍ଟିକାଲି କଥା କୁହ ରିଅଲିଷ୍ଟିକାଲି there is nothing called ଆପଣ ବହୁତ ସମୟରେ କଣ କରନ୍ତି you are trying to represent a situation ଯୋଉ ସିଚୁଏସନ ରେ ସତ୍ୟତା କିଛି ନଥାଏ so that time you are trying to say ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ଛୁଆ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଠକୁଛି ଆପଣ ଜାଣି ସାରିଲେଣି ସେ ଠକୁଛି ବୋଲି ତ ଆପଣ ତାକୁ କଣ କହିବେ get real man great real why you are trying to cheat me up you know you are always telling lies get real so get real means you are trying to say that guy start acting realistically don't be a fool ଯେମିତି ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଦେଖେଇଲି ଗୋଟେ କେବିସି ରୁ ଗୋଟେ ଆସୁଛି everybody might have got it also ଯେ ଆପଣଙ୍କର 25 କୋଟି ଟଙ୍କା ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ମିଳିଗଲା 25 ଲକ୍ଷ ଟଙ୍କା ମିଳିଯାଇଛି ଗୋଟେ ନମ୍ବର ଥିବ ସେଟା ଧରନ୍ତୁ ଆପଣ ମତେ ଆଣିକି ଦେଖେଇବେ ମୁଁ କଣ କହିବି have you ever purchased a lottery from KBC no get real man get real that means act just like a responsible guy realistically you will not get it this is a fake things so that is something called this is the expression you can use at that particular point of time Number 9, that's very interesting also. You are using get up my case. You are using most frequently. Get up my case. ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ ଏଇଟା ଆପଣ କୋଉଠି ୟୁଜ କରିବେ? there is a situation ଯୋଉଠି କି ଆପଣଙ୍କର ପର୍ସନାଲ ମ୍ୟାଟରରେ ଆଉ ଜଣେ କିଏ ବାରମ୍ବାର ରିମାଇଣ୍ଡ କରୁଛି ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ କରିବା ପାଇଁ. there are a lot of situation in your life where a third person is always coming and you are trying to meddle in your affair. ତ ଆପଣ ତାକୁ କଣ କହୁଛନ୍ତି? this is none of your business. get up my case. get up my case. so no need of, I don't need your presence. I don't need you to mediate. ଆପଣ କହୁନାହାନ୍ତି ତୁ ମିଡିଏଟ କରିବା ଦରକାର ନାହିଁ, ତମେ ପଳେଇ ଯାଅ ଆମ ଭିତରେ. ଫର ଏକ୍ସାମ୍ପଲ ଅଶୋକ ସାରଙ୍କର ମୋର ଗୋଟେ ଝଗଡା ହେଇଛି, ତ ସେଇଠି ଲାଲମୋହନ ସାର ଆସିକି ସେ ଚାହୁଁଛନ୍ତି ଇଣ୍ଟରଫିୟର କରିବା ପାଇଁ. ଯେମିତି ଆମେ କହୁଛେ ଇଣ୍ଡିଆ ଆଣ୍ଡ ପାକିସ୍ତାନ has an inherent issue with Kashmir, and lot of third countries like America and other European countries, they are trying to middle the affair. They are trying to create a unnecessary atmosphere around us. तो ସେଇ ସମୟରେ ଆମ ପ୍ରାଇମ ମିନିଷ୍ଟର କଣ କହନ୍ତି? this is an internal affair of India and Pakistan and we don't want any third party should come and mediate. but this is something called diplomatic way. ଆମ ପ୍ରାଇମ ମିନିଷ୍ଟର ତ ଏତେ ରୁକ୍ଷ ଭାବରେ କହିପାରିବେନି because he is trying to behave in a very sensible manner. but ଆପଣ ଯେତେବେଳେ ରାଗି ଯାଆନ୍ତି କାହା ଉପରେ ଆପଣ ଏମିତି କହିବେ, get up my case. get up my case. look, this is not for business. get up my case. that means I don't need you. I don't need your presence. I don't need your presence in this matter. ମୁଁ ଯୋଉ ମ୍ୟାଟର ଟା ହ୍ୟାଣ୍ଡେଲ କରୁଛି, whatever the matter I'm handling right now, so don't I don't need your presence because this is none of your business. so you can say please get up my case. it is something called get up my case. okay, so the last one is very interesting also. okay, so like get the nod. whenever I say get the nod, I mean to say that be chosen. whenever you are chosen for something, you can say I get the nod. that means I was selected. whenever you are selected for something, there is an internal matter. suppose ଗୋଟେ internal promotion ଅଛି, ତ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ promotion କରାଗଲା, you have to handle this one. you can say I got the nod yesterday to handle this case. I got the nod. I was chosen. I was got the nod means I got the nod means I was chosen. so whenever you are chosen for something, you can say, because there are a lot of situation. ଆପଣ ଦେଖୁଛନ୍ତି like India team ରେ ଆମର ମାନେ ଭାରତ ଟିମ ରେ ମନେକର right now Virat Kohli was removed and something called Rohit Sharma. so Rohit Sharma got the nod to lead India team or team India. or you can say Hardik Pandya got the nod to lead India. what do you mean by that? you are chosen. ତ ଆପଣ ଯୋଉଠି ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ କୌଣସି ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷରେ ଚୁଜ କରାଯାଏ, ମାନେ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ସମ୍ପୂର୍ଣ୍ଣ ଭାବେ ବଛା ଯାଇ କାମ କରିବା ପାଇଁ, that particular time you can say I got the nod or I am going to get the nod. so when there is a nomination, ଯୋଉଠି nominate କରାଯାଏ, ଯୋଉଠି choose କରାଯାଏ, so in that particular situation you can say I am getting the nod. okay, you can say I got the nod. So lead my school cricket team. okay, I got the nod to means I was chosen to be the captain. lead means to lead the captain. A captain can lead a team. so I got the nod to lead my school cricket team. so it is one of the examples. there are so many examples in your life These are the situation based things. Got the nod, get up my case, get real, all the things. Okay. So get stuck in. Lot of things I have given you. Believe me, these are all called spoken English. A spoken English रे आपण जदि व्यवहार करूचंती, it is going to give you a lot of something called आपण कहूना मोर word power नाही. Word power आसीओ केमती? You are supposed to use just like American or British flavor. ସେମାନେ ଯେମିତି English କୁହନ୍ତି ଆପଣ ଚେଷ୍ଟା କରନ୍ତୁ କହିବା ପାଇଁ by using this kind of words. Don't try to translation. ଆପଣ individual word କଣ ପାଇଁ ଦରକାର? Because you want to translate. ଆମର translation କରିବା ଦରକାର ନାହିଁ. You are supposed to speak English using like these words. All the things. ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ ଧରନ୍ତୁ ଆପଣ ଜଣେ ଦେଖେଇଲା ଗୋଟେ ଲଟେରୀ, ଧରନ୍ତୁ ଆପଣ ଗୋଟେ ଫେକ୍ ନୋଟ ଟେ ଦେଖେଇଲା, କହିଲେ ଦେଖିଲେ ଏଟା କେତେ ଟଙ୍କା ହବ, ଆପଣ କଣ କହିବେ? ଆରେ ଏଟା ଫେକ୍ ଟେ ସମ୍ପୂର୍ଣ୍ଣ ଭାବରେ, ଏଟା ଟଙ୍କାଟେ ମିଳିବନି, ପୋଲିସ ଆସିକି ତ ବାନ୍ଧିବ, ଏମିତି ଆପଣ ଅନେକ କଥା କୁହନ୍ତି, ଆପଣ ତାକୁ କେମିତି କହିବେ ଇଂଲିଶରେ? This is a counterfeit note yaar, get real, over. So that is called English. ମୁଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ କହିବାର ଉଦ୍ଦେଶ୍ୟ ହଉଛି how exactly suppose like ମୁକ୍ତିକାନ୍ତ ସାର୍ ଅଶୋକ ସାର୍ କିଛି ଗୋଟେ ଡିସ୍କସନ କରୁଛନ୍ତି, ମୁଁ ଯାଇକି ହଠାତ୍ ତାଙ୍କ ଉପରେ କଣ କଥା ଚାଲିଛି, ଆପଣ କେମିତି କହିବେ? Get up my case sir, get up my case, get up my case, this is not my business, why are you coming over trying to disturb us? So like that you are getting angry. So there are a lot of situation actually. ମୁଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ କହିବା ଉଦ୍ଦେଶ୍ୟ there are a lot of situation in your life where exactly you can speak English using the expression or idioms. Our idioms, our expression, binomials or phrasal verb आपण use करू नाहंती, your English will not be English at all. It will be completely local English. Now questions, you have any other questions you can ask me straight away. Are you getting my point everybody? These days Ashok sir, आपण you